So we are at Hunam Jai, and this is the first orphanage that we got involved in. And so that happened about 12 years ago, actually. So when I first came to this orphanage, one of the things that really struck me was learning all the kids' stories of how did they come here? Why were they here? So we started coming, we brought teams here for a few years and started coming when the kids were really little. They were, I think the youngest was probably 3 or 4 years old, and now she's 15. So we got involved with those kids when they were really little and began asking questions at that time of what was the future for those kids, what was going to happen once they finished their elementary education, once they got through these little kid years, what would happen to them after that.
My name is Amrita, and I'm here in Thailand at one of LightBridge's orphanages called Blossom Home. It was here that in 2008 we began to see a huge need for orphan care. Many of the children that are here at Blossom Home were very poor, and we found them begging on the streets for food and for money and selling flowers just to be able to bring a little bit of money home to feed their families. And we just began to see how vulnerable they were and how of a dangerous situation that they were finding themselves in, and we wanted to provide a home for them and a safe haven for them. So we began Blossom Home. We have 2 wonderful Thai orphanage directors who are truly giving their lives to provide a safe place for these children. Here at Blossom Home, they're not only getting educated, but they have food every day, and they have a bed to sleep in, and together they really have a family.
Yimi make Bluetooth, if that was the Siluni, you would have a jury take head or you got to deposit the paper. Our jury take and get over the love to go to queer quissy and me. Sarah that let to go to queer quissy yenny to secretary, the Sarah Tadilene. You mow me with our matter, Thaku sort of the way. Put the back or back at the panaway, go away, don't mess away, quarter away. I will back at quarter put that kind of get away, Danny, love or love that law, love, what kind of more put at the pa, the more bad only away, had the need that love or Ujimo, the keyword you money away that quarter away that the help pocket kitten no, the keyword what idea got Secretary Tadutaya Su Tadutaya Aquanino, Paluata Master, Leopodipo at the Pane, what did the Nono, Wahesha, Uji, the Nono, Gidea, Lubata Master Armor, Honey, He Leplet bad, you moon away, eat a quarter. You back in your Podipo at the Pavadu, you eat a quarter, you say eat a quarter, Macabla, you muipa, Clan away the pa. Let the su got the bit before ye say product day mudali moloma. Bakade LightBridge ne no Zakudumala with the Hemaster of PE, the with the Mue that was the Pala Exayuano, or Payijina, upon a with the pie hair that need blooming, keep blooming with the pie hair, no master bois, no batu palab with the power, no master people hot, a pota nota or all put the put at the pie. Julemi Takelakasimo, Master Wako never simply with the Padoma. Because he said that I did over Mona, give simply with the Palap that Dr.
When I think about why is LightBridge involved with the orphan, I think it's a complex question, but it's also really simple. It's complex because working with the orphan, I think, requires a lot of focus, requires a lot of intentionality, requires a lot of thoughtfulness to think about how do we best care for kids who have been abandoned or neglected. But it becomes really simple when I think about what God's Word said. Religion that God our Father accepts as pure and faultless is this: to care for the orphan in their distress. So for us, it's complex and yet it's really simple. God compels us. He tells us to care for the orphan. And either we're going to do that or we're not. And as an organization, as the director of the organization, we choose to do that. We choose to obey God's word in that call of caring for the orphan.